yet to get on the river anyway to find that dam. But there was the hang spot last night. Making some coffee, some breakfast. And Lowhead Dam is right down this way. This is Mary Thurston State Park. It's kind of nice because these primitive spots, you can come up right out of the water. Last night I was going to make a video of setting up camp and everything else, but by the time I got here I was smoked. Had no interest in doing anything other than getting dinner made, hanging the hammock, cleaning up, and going to bed. So first off is some coffee. Morning nectar. So it was 32 miles from, where was that point? Pontiac Park, where the Alglaze met the Maumee, to here. And then today I'll probably do, I think it's 27 or 28 to the Toledo Rowing Club, and Angie will pick me up and actually come right back to the spot and spend the night there. She'll do some hiking while I punch out to the lake, and I'll catch up with you a little bit later on. So sometime about 8 o'clock, maybe 10 after. Just pushed the kayak like 15 feet into the water from the campsite, which is really nice. You can come right up out of the water into your campsite. Up here is that Lowhead Dam, right by Mary Jane Thurston State Park. And I went up there and scoped it out because that building up there is like the shower house and what have you. And there's a pathway, like a canal, block over to the right that you can just pass through. Did a double sweep of the campground, or my campsite. Almost made a big boo-boo. When I took down the hammock, I rolled up the straps, velcroed them shut, and set them down next to where I rolled up the hammock and put it back into the stuff sack. Put the hammock away in the kayak. Left the straps laying there on the ground. Fortunately, saw them again when I swept the second time. Should definitely have a full cup of coffee before I start packing up. But I had a full cup of coffee, then I made one to take with me as I paddle. Actually ate my breakfast this morning instead of just bouncing and eating it down the river. Needed the calories. Yesterday just crushed me. I slept like a rock, but man, I was just absolutely destroyed. So we'll push up to the Toledo Rowing Club and see what we come across along the way. There's some nice stretches, but obviously passing right through Toledo, so it's all going to be the city feel, commercial buildings and what have you. But make the most of it. Can't be all bad if you're on the water, right? You can see the little lock on the right over there. Straight ahead of me is the Lowhead Dam. See the straight line drop off the river. .9 miles. I wonder if it's, yeah, the Maumee Water Trail. So go down this channel and get back into the river. Canal goes on for a little way, but I'd rather paddle something like this. Small trees right next to it, than actually get back out on the river. This reminds me more of the rivers I do most of the time. I don't think I ever had such an exhausting day paddling than yesterday, other than maybe when I did a 44-mile day on the Muskegum River. Same thing, big, huge, in between a bunch of locks and dams. No flow to the water. Right here I can just sit and listen to the birds. Gotta ease and coerce my shoulders back into paddling. They do not like the idea. So this is the other side of the dam, and you could see the water levels very shallow. I'm hoping that the bottom drops like it did before once I get down past those two bridges, but going through here is going to be a drag fest. I was hoping if I took that canal all the way down here, it would put me past it, but this riverbed is up so high. I think it's going to be a repeat of the beginning of yesterday's route. And this is by no means actually a setup kind of takeout. You can see, I mean, you have to be able to stand up in your kayak, get onto the wall, pull your kayak up and over, and then I'm just going to take it over here, drop back down in, have to walk across that rock plain, put back into some moving water, see if I got enough to float, make my way down the river. Yeah, they just aren't set up for ease of passage. Over on the far side of that dam, looks like there's a path down to the water. It's probably the official portage around the dam. So I had to actually walk it all the way out here to the center of the river. Water's only like 6 inches deep and rises and falls, so the rocks sometimes are only an inch below the water. But getting ready to get past the last riffle, put into some water, and hopefully have enough to float. If not, then it's going to be a very long morning. Okay, so big drop off again. Not anything like that dam at the I forget what the dam was called, the 4 miles down from where Dog Blaze hit the Maumee. Providence Dam, maybe? I don't know, I don't remember. But at least it's I got a couple feet right now, and hopefully it stays that way. All I need is a couple feet. See how it goes. Well, this is a nice stretch down through here. Saw a fisherman fly fishing a little ways back. Obviously you can hear the road traffic, but the scenery itself is pretty. There's a bald eagle up in the tree on the left. Heron flying by underneath him. Ooh, hear that scrape on the bottom? I can't see through the water yet. The sun hasn't got high enough. So run over the parts of the river where the river rock on the bottom lifts. But nothing like yesterday morning. Yesterday morning was several miles of paddle for a while, choose a path the best you can, sometimes butt scoot, push your boat across with your paddle while you're sitting in it, sometimes just get out and walk, sometimes read for quite a ways. So hopefully I don't have to fight that again this morning. There he goes. I hear my kingfisher over on the right. So it worked out very well. The river bottom dropped again. I guess they would put those dams strategically at where the highest bedrock was. Make it that much easier. So for a short distance after each of those dams, the rock is really high. But right now, I've got deeper water than I can hit the bottom with my paddle. Hope the overcast stays all day also, like yesterday. I could do without the light rain and the drizzle, but it's nice not having the sun beat down on you. Reminds me a little bit of the Scioto, like all the rocks that are over there on the left, where the ground rises. You gotta kind of pick a channel around high spots. Really spread out. This has a vegetation. Huh. Well, somebody's property is close by. Or somebody could get away with poaching. Hopefully they're just target practicing, because that was a very large caliber gun and deer is not in season, so I don't know what else you'd be shooting with a shotgun. Little 410 you could use on rabbits and stuff, but I have no idea what's in season and what's not. Interesting though, it was a single shot. They were target practicing. I think I would have heard one before. Heard a couple following. Aha, so the eagle count goes to 4. A couple juveniles up on the right. Moving down the river, one stroke at a time.